everyone. This is Donna's Happy Hour. Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get future notifications of the videos. And please leave a comment. Thank you. Have a great day. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Donna's Happy Hour. We are ready to rock and roll into the 4th season, and I have with me today Nick Pappalardo. Nick had joined me at the beginning of our 3rd season, and since that time, he has been busy in the studio trying to finish up his album. So he will be playing some original music today. So grab your drinks, whatever they may be, because I'm hoping you'll spend the next hour with me. Nick,
Hey.
You made it back.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
I have to tell the audience, it was well, it's funny, but it's not. Because of COVID and just life in general and schedules, we have been actually trying to shoot this episode for months now, and we finally got to do it today, and I'm so glad. I do also want to say to the audience, because I know this has been really almost like, 2 years of going into COVID and dealing with the pandemic, and I hope that everyone has fared through the storm well. You know, my heart goes out to anybody that has lost anyone or has lost their jobs. But hang in there, you know, things are getting better, as we all know. So, Nick, tell me, I know that you've been spending a lot of time in the studio, right?
Yeah, so it's actually been several different studios that I've been working at. And
okay.
The nice thing is, with this day and age, we can kind of send files back and forth, and if musicians aren't always present in the room, they can still be reached.
Okay.
And that especially comes in handy when you're dealing with you know, drummers and just really anybody that's a little bit farther out. And I have to say, I was working on demos at my home studio, and that kind of set the foundation for everything. And then I was able to give everybody notes, and at least to those that I was sending files to, and then that made it a little bit more of a collective experience and a more enjoyable experience, especially when you can map out and tell the musicians what you're looking for.
Now, do you do a lot of Zooming with that sort of thing?
Yeah, actually Zoom's been very helpful in that sense, because there's something with that interaction where you need to pick up on the nuances of whatever the artist is trying to come across and give guidance to, especially when letting the other musicians know what choices to make, or if there are choices to be made. A lot of times it could be even just make it up off the spot, or what they call improvisation.
Well, I was gonna, now, do you have it with Zoom? Is it just that you can you see multiple people at one time?
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
That's the beauty of using Zoom. You can collaborate with one person, or you could do it with many people. A lot of times when it comes to, with each song, there's kind of a different characteristic to it. So sometimes you may want to get across, or you may want to be a little bit more specific with certain musicians. So there I kind of ended up doing more single Zoom meetings, as opposed to having groups. But I have to say, having Zoom has been very helpful with giving guidance.
I would think so. It may, you know, when I'm not doing this, I actually watch a lot of documentaries on music, and I find it very interesting to see how all the artists tend to work. And what works best for them. And to me, having Zoom seemed like it would be a really smart thing to have.
Yeah.
So
definitely, it's definitely there's one thing with, and I think it comes across when you're trying to tell musicians maybe to be a little bit more risk-taking,
Right.
and to really just be more improvisational. You can kind of convey that in your notes, but when there's certain parts that you want, and so long as you want to bring out certain accents and stuff like that, I
Right.
think having that meeting, the visual,
right.
to kind of convey the idea a little bit better,
Right.
Is really helpful.
I would imagine that at that time, you're sitting there and you've got your instrument in front of you that, let's say you're playing, and you can give them an idea, well, maybe we can follow this, or we can, or,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then if you hit on something, you can actually go back, right?
Right.
And are you recording it at the same time?
So when it comes to Zoom, I don't record any of the meetings.
Okay.
But there is that chance where you can demonstrate in front of the
Okay.
person that you're meeting with.
Right.
If I have an idea that I want to do, I can simply
Right.
take a guitar or a piano and play
And-
it for them.
Right.
They do have the opportunity on Zoom to record it if they'd
Record it.
like. So it's a good
think-
idea.
Yeah, I was thinking of that because if let's say you sit there and you go, wow, this was good, but you didn't record it. But if you had it recorded, then you can go back and go,
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great tool. I mean, nowadays, all the electronics and everything it's really coming so far.
For sure.
And even just like, I got these new mics, wireless mics, and all of that is just really amazing
It is.
things,
Absolutely.